I have defined success by many different definitions throughout my life. I remember before a rafting trip as a young man, the group of boys with me defined success as nobody falling out of the raft. Now I can tell you this definition held until we all changed our definition at once. After the second set of rapids, we decided success now meant getting Tommy back into the raft. We can't always control what happens on the river, and sometimes you can't even control the destination of where you're going to. But just like Bill Bishop said, one of the founders of Blue Buffalo, who you ride down the river with is just as important as where you're going. Now, that could not be any more true than it is right now in this life during the pandemic. Aside from any of the physical health issues people are facing, there's also mental health aspect of it. If you Google COVID mental health, you'll find articles by the CDC that tell you different ways to cope with mental health spawned by the pandemic. Um, Now, one of the ways that people deal with this mental health aspect is by adopting a new pet. According to the Washington Post, pet adoptions have increased 15% over the year, with new families getting pets, and many times this is the first pet into that family. I figured this would be a great time to give a little backstory about the company I work for, which is Blue Buffalo Dog Food. Just as many people in this country are bringing a new pet into their home, back in 1993, the Bishop family was bringing a new pet into their home as well. They were looking into adopting a female pup. Now behind me, this is Bill Bishop, and forgive me, Bill, this over here is Blue. They were looking to buy a little female pup. However, Billy Bishop, one of the Bishop's sons, was being followed home by a little Airedale male, which is right here behind me, a little grown up. Um, they changed their plans, and of course, they adopted Blue. They brought him into the fold. They brought him into the family. And if you go onto the Blue Buffalo website, you'll find numerous pictures and videos of Blue's life with them, not only just in their home, but also on vacations, weddings. Blue was a big part of their lives. So you can only imagine the heartbreak they felt when Blue was being groomed one day, and the groomer came to them and told them they found some bumps, little lumps on Blue. Now, this is not uncommon, actually. According to the American Veterinarian Association, about 1 in 4 dogs will develop neoplasia. Neoplasia, those little small bumps, little foreign bumps on their body. Now, this is not always an issue, but unfortunately, in Blue's case, it did. It turned out to be cancer. So the Bishop family looked into a lot and did a lot of research into how to help their pet, but eventually and sadly, Blue did end up passing. Um, but with the things that the Bishop family learned and what they experienced, they came to the understanding that what dogs and cats eat has a great deal to do with their health over time. So they developed and they founded Blue Buffalo Dog Food. And if you ask the Bishops, they'll still tell you to this day that the founder is not the Bishop family, but it's actually Blue himself. Um, they started out in Wilton, Connecticut in a little barn. Behind me, this is Route 7 in Connecticut, and over here behind me, behind this home, is a barn. And in this barn on the second floor, that's where all the staff worked for their main operations, Blue Buffalo. On the first floor in the basement, that's where manufacturing and storage was done. Now, when they were working there out of the barn, as they first got started, they developed their product and they sold it to the local community. They loaded up small vans, which drove around. But as they grew, the vans weren't big enough, so they had to start bringing in semi-trucks with their product to go in and out. So there are stories within Blue of the CFO used to have to come back here out on Route 7, have to stop traffic, and would back in the trucks. After the trucks were backed up, everybody had to stop what they were doing, and they'd all get out and form almost a fire brigade to unload the trucks, and they'd hand it side by side to unload and also to load the trucks up. As it was a small operation, they began to grow and grow and grow, and of course, they are no longer able to work out of the barn. They no longer work there now. I believe in this picture behind me, there's a for rent sign. But as they grew, like I was saying, they now have many different manufacturing plants and distribution centers across the country. In addition to that, Blue Buffalo also has the Blue Buffalo Foundation, which donates regularly and often to cancer awareness groups and also research foundations to help find better ways to not only attack cancer, but to raise awareness of it as well. As you can see here with this statue of Blue, that Blue's legacy lives on. And no matter how you define success, and no matter if you become a Blue Buffalo customer or not, I encourage everybody to treat their pets like family. Because no matter how you define success, I can tell you your pets define success and are happiest just to be on the raft next to you going down this river.